Hey, a very good morning, each and every one of you, Mr. and Mrs. Traveler here.
Good morning, everyone. It's early. Rise and shine.
It's early, but it's time.
We have some
Oh, yeah, baby. Oh, yeah, it's finally here. Good morning to each and every one of you. We're just going to get right to the news. Of course, this came out yesterday, but we wanted to wait till this morning, get a good night's sleep, and we got in kind of late last night. So,
news.
some excellent news. And I got to say, I did not see it coming from the Florida judge um, with the results for the mediation decisions that they have been going through with the Florida court. Because the last time we visited the courthouse in Tampa, there was really no meeting of the minds, and the Justice Department was seeking additional information, and they weren't going to have anything until like July the 2nd. So I think it was kind of off of everybody's radar.
Everybody put it down for the weekend.
Yeah, because, okay, we're saying, okay, well, we're not going to have any action till July. Carnival said they're going to sail anyway. Royal Caribbean said they're going to sail anyway. Everybody's got their own different versions of what they're doing when people get on board the ships. And so it's just kind of been waiting to see what happens. Well, then yesterday, our judge comes out and has actually made a decision in the lawsuit. Now, it's important to note that this is just a step in the process of the lawsuit, but what the judge has decided, he has voted or has ruled in favor of the state of Florida in the lawsuit. So that is excellent news for the cruise line industry. What this means is they have put an injunction or a stop to the conditional sailing order that the CDC has put into place. But however, the judge is not, or the court is not going to do this. Ruling will not be in effect until July 18th. So we have the conditional sailing order in place the way it is right now until July 18th. And I think that's to give the CDC some more time because here's the thing. The judge is ruling both sides back to the mediation table. But this is big that the judge has come out and said we are ruling on the side of the state of Florida in saying that the CDC has overstepped its bounds, or the federal government has overstepped its bounds with regard to their no sail order. What he said specifically is it exceeds the statutory and regulatory authority of the agency. And of course, that's because we haven't been through anything like this in forever, and really not in modern times. We haven't been through anything like this. So obviously, government and different agencies are doing things what they feel is best in some cases to protect the public and whatever side of the aisle you fall on that. It is what it is. But so now we have some guidance, and they're saying, listen, you're overstepping your bounds with this court case. So on July 18th, the conditional sail order will become more of a guideline for the cruise ships returning. Now, it's also been indicated that the CDC may come back and ask for a narrower injunction by July the 2nd, which is the time that the Justice Department was asking that extension for to get additional information. Thank you, Sarita Martin, for that super chat. We appreciate you so very much. Oh, wait a minute. Wrong super chat. There we go. Hold on. Here we go. Got to get it right. Thank you, Sarita. Appreciate that super chat.
And while we're doing that, we want to make sure that we butt in real quick to tell everybody who's new, go ahead and subscribe to our channel. Please go ahead and subscribe. We need subscribers to keep going. Thank you so much, Sarita, for that super chat. We appreciate you. If you can, give us a thumbs up. There's more than 21 people on. Please give us a thumbs up for this information that we literally stop in our day to bring to you. Thank you for joining us on this Saturday morning, and we appreciate everybody waking up so early.
Yes.
Thank you.
So now it will be interesting to see. Again, both sides are being ordered back to the mediation table. So the judge is still looking for the state of Florida and the CDC to shake hands on things and say this is how we're going to do things. It will be interesting to see how the cruise lines proceed. And let me start off by saying I don't perceive anything bad happening to your cruises. This is a very good step, I think.
I think this is good. This is promising for us to cruise.
Yeah, this is a very good step to moving forward. Of course, you got to keep in mind that the cruise lines are going to do the right thing, getting back to sail, because they do not want to have an outbreak on their ships.
We have
They
another
do not want that.
super chat. Thank you, Eddie, so much for your super chat. We appreciate you sewing into our business and make it rain.
Yes. Thank you, Eddie.
so much,
Appreciate
Eddie.
that.
We appreciate you, and make sure you give us a thumbs up and subscribe.
Yep. So this is excellent news, and again, it's going to be interesting to see how the cruise lines proceed from this point with their plans. Of course, we've got Celebrity getting ready to go out in another week or so from Fort Lauderdale, but they slipped in under the governor's July 1st ruling, which still is in place, that says that a company will be charged $5,000 per violation if they ask people for their vaccine cards. So that part is still going to be interesting.
It'll be interesting to see how everybody sells on Celebrity, like
Right.
what's the changes are and things like that, because they slipped under there really quick.
So, I mean, we've seen a couple of thoughts on it, like potentially they'll say, well, the ports are federal authority, so your state law has no jurisdiction here. Potentially, the cruise lines are asking you to upload your CDC vaccination cards to the computer before you go on board, and the computer may be located in Pennsylvania or wherever. So technically, you're not showing your card in Florida. I'm just not sure what the workaround is going to be, but we're going. Don't get me wrong.
Yes.
This
is good news.
I'm just fascinated how they skirt around this stuff.
We have another super chat from Carla Hamilton. Thank you so much for your super chat on this morning. We appreciate you, Carla.
Thank you, Carla.
In her super chat, she said thank you. And we also have a super chat from Karen Carter. Thank you so much, Karen. We appreciate you.
That's a double
That's
horn.
a double horn. Thank you so much
Thank
for
you,
your
ladies.
super chat and sowing all this love into us. We appreciate it. We work hard for you to make sure you have the necessary tools and information you need to sail. We ready to go. So let's finish up, Mr. Travel.
Yeah. And,
A lot of
and
tea.
Amy says, what does this have to do with this Alaska sailing season? Interesting question. Here's what we need to know. This is for the state of Florida
Only.
right now.
Yes.
They're putting an injunction for the state of Florida with the CDC's conditional sailing order. So it's a very interesting question. That's right, because the Alaska could very well come into play. We're just going to have to wait and see. It's going to be,
Yes.
again, interesting. This is like watching an episode of Matlock or something back in the day, the court dramas. Because it's just so
It's very interesting.
there's so
to
many
see how it plays
moving
out.
pieces to this. But I feel that it's a step forward to getting us back there. And I think the most important part of this, again, is that the cruise lines are going to do the right thing. Don't think just because there's an injunction in the conditional sailing order doesn't apply in Florida that the cruise line's going to be like, everybody come on. Obviously they're going to do the right thing because they do not want outbreaks on these ships.
That's right. They're trying to hold back as much as they can. That's why we have all these injunctions, motions, court rulings. They're trying to make sure they get it right, because I remember a judge saying they only have one time to do it. This is it. And if it goes bad, they probably going to shut down again. But hopefully everything will rule in our favor. This information is just for Florida, because Florida is one of the biggest cruise ship ports actually in the world. we have cruise ports everywhere. So this was very important to us. So hopefully you'll be able to fly here and just port out of here, instead of like flying to Nassau or flying to Puerto Rico or wherever overseas.
I'm jealous of Joe. He
Me
said
too.
he just booked a round the
I
world
saw
cruise.
that. And shout out
Nice.
to John Kennedy, that's joining us all the way from South Korea.
South
That's
Korea.
where he is. Thank you
Wow.
so much for joining us all the way there. We didn't have time to get to the questions, and we see the chats going. Thank you so much for commenting below. If we don't answer it, I'm sure somebody will answer your question.
We'll be back tomorrow anyway. We just wanted to come on here real quick
We
with this
did.
information here today.
Yes.
April, yes, I think that all your cruises will be going from Port Everglades. Matter of fact, you're going to have the one starting next week
April,
with the
do
celebrity.
you think the Sea of Seas
She's
for
asking.
sale?
Yeah, she's basically asking.
Oh, up there.
Out of Port Everglades in Florida. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, they're sailing. There's it's a fluid situation. Obviously, we had the situation with Odyssey of the Seas.
Yes.
That canceled
We'll talk about that
our
tomorrow.
13th cruise. We'll talk about that tomorrow.
Yes, our Odyssey was canceled. Our phone started blowing up. We started getting texts. Everybody started calling us, and we just couldn't bear getting on here telling you about it. So we decided to look for something else, and hopefully we'll find it. But we'll let you know.
Thank you, John Kennedy.
John Kennedy, all the way in
That's
South Korea.
Super sticker from South Korea.
Thank you so much, John. We appreciate
Thank you.
And also, Joe said he booked a cruise around the world. It was $32,000.
Nice.
That's a lot of money to go around the world. That's our dream one day, our bucket list thing to get to. But just to get back to what Mr. Traveler was saying about the conditional sale orders and everything and injunctions, I just wanted to give you a quick timeline of what's been happening over the year, just to backtrack a little bit and remind us of where we came from. We need to be grateful and just be thankful for where we came from this past year. It's been a really trying year, but we got through it. So I'm just gonna give you a quick timeline of what happened. Okay, so January 2020 is where it all started. The Diamond Princess had an outbreak, and that's where everything started. Then March 2020, cruises was suspended. Norwegian, Carnival, everybody, Royal Caribbean, everybody's cruises was shut down March 2020. They suspended all the cruises. Then May 2020, the CDC set the no-sail order, which means we had to just drive past and look at cruise ships sitting out in the ocean. We would go to the beach. They'll tell us get off the beach. We couldn't go outside. We couldn't go to the stores. We were masked up, gloved up, sanitized up. It was a lot going on then.
Yep.
When cruises was suspended, and then May 2020, the CDC set the no-sail order, and then April 2021, Florida sued the CDC, and that's where we are today. June, now the no CDC guidelines has been canceled, I hope. So hopefully the judge will rule in our favor. We've been through a lot over the year. I just wanted to mention that just to take you back and let you reflect on what happened. This is the most time we spent with our families. If you were quarantined with your family, this is the most time you probably spent with your family. This was longer than the cruise. Usually you do a 7-day cruise or a weekend with your family, but actually, let's get the super chat. We got a super chat.
All right, Healthy Lifestyle, you're showing
Thank
out
you so
today.
much.
Thank you for that super duper super chat.
She get another one. Let's give her another, because that's my girl. Our Ian Healthy Life come through.
Yeah, thank you so much. We appreciate that
She
blessing
said
to the blessing.
That deserves a blessing to a blessing.
Yes.
Thank you so much. And we've been through a lot. Our Ian, we talk all the time, and we've been through a lot over this year. Why don't you plan something to try to go somewhere? Try to get outside, get some fresh air. We took it for granted, but no, we coming back. We're gonna start something again. So thank you so much for watching today. We appreciate you, and subscribe so you can hear more about this.
Yep. So excellent news, guys. We'll be back tomorrow to talk to you a little bit more. Yes, it's gonna be yet another interesting week.
Yeah.
I would say that it wouldn't be, as on the edge if it wasn't for the Florida law prohibiting people from to show their vaccine cards. That's the only part that's really
It's iffy.
to see how they work around that.
It's up in the air, and it's not. There's nothing concrete. But we just try to bring you all the news that we can. We bring the facts. We are the messengers. We bring the facts to you. We are the OGs of YouTube, and we are the first couple on there who start traveling and covering it with you. So we'll see what happens. I'm almost sure it's gonna go in our favor. We appreciate each and every one of you joining us. And next time, Joe, book with us. If you want to book a cruise around the world, make sure you give us a call. Just like Joe, he booked a cruise around the world. You can too. Please give us a call at 877-697-4470. There it is right there. Or we could be reached at www.mr-traveler.com. We will be more than happy to take care of that around the world cruise for you for $32,000. That is a lot of cheddar, but it's
Right.
worth it, Joe.
Yes, I am going to do that.
You are worth it.
Down the road.
Yep.
That is definitely on the list.
Yep.
So yeah, it's going to be an interesting week, but I think that this is a great step forward in things.
Yes.
Mr. Snowball is trying to get his 2 minutes here.
He
Huh?
was trying to get his 2 minutes fame. Wouldn't lay down.
So anyway, we'll talk to you all tomorrow, and we'll chit chat a little bit more. We'll answer some of these questions on here.
Yes, we'll be on tomorrow live. Thank you so much. Where can I buy Mr. Traveler merch? We have to get that.
Talking about it. We'll talk about it tomorrow.
Get that website up, and we'll have that information for you tomorrow, Nikki. Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate each and every one of you. Thanks for all the thumbs up, even the thumbs down. At least you watched it. And thank you for subscribing, and we appreciate each and every one of you. We'll see you tomorrow.
Life short.
Have fun.
Bye, guys.
See the world.